Did you know that in our rivers are amazing freshwater crustaceans called crayfish, and that over the past 50 years their story has been one of foreign invasion and plague, which has caused a population crash and landed them on the red list for endangered species?
But how did this all happen? Why should you care? And what is being done to prevent these lobster-looking langoustines from disappearing from our waterways for good?
We've been speaking to native white-clawed crayfish, the length and breadth of Britain, getting the inside scoop on their struggle for survival.
So join us and hear never-before-heard testimony straight from the crayfish horse's mouth. In Crayfish, End of Days?
So, why are they called crayfish?
Oh, this is strange. Oh, crazy. He's crazy fish.
Actually, the word crayfish has a Germanic origin, the same place we get the word crab. Someone popped a fish on the end, and a few centuries of peculiar pronunciation later, we have today's word crayfish.
Some people think crayfish look a bit like lobsters.
No, we don't.
But crayfish are smaller, live in freshwater, and up till about 50 or so years ago lived a peaceful existence.
Oh, it were lovely growing up here. Oh, such a quiet stretch of river. Oh, kids playing out in shallows. Oh, oh, we didn't have anything to worry about back then. Oh, no.
But a looming change promised to disrupt this tranquil community.
Ah, you are crawfish living in America?
Hang on. Crawfish?
Yes, crawfish, because the Americans always have to do everything a little bit differently.
Ah, you are crawfish living in America? Have you considered relocating to the azure waterways of an English fishery? Then hop on a plane to El Blighty, where a new future awaits you and your whole family. I've never been to Ingerland before.
The American signal crayfish was imported to the UK in large numbers during the 1970s and 80s. Signal crayfish are larger and grow faster than their native cousins, desirable qualities for food producers, especially during a period when crayfish were seen as something of a delicacy.
Crayfish, sir?
But things quickly went wrong when these voracious variants escaped from fish farm ponds and into the wild.
Run away! At up to 10 centimetres larger than our native white-clawed crayfish, signals are famously aggressive.
Well, looky what we have here. There's a lot of real mean crayfish around here, don't you know?
Yeah, real mean.
Be a shame if something bad would have happened to you.
Yeah, real shame.
If you like, we can take care of you.
For a price.
Are you two brothers?
Twins.
Shut up, Reggie! It's not funny if you have to explain it.
All of a sudden, we couldn't go out no more. The rivers were full of these great big nasty crayfish with huge claws and no care for our quiet way of life. My husband, he had his claws pulled right off him.
It just don't feel right, you know. Like I'm incomplete. Sometimes I can still feel them itch, and they're not even there anymore.
We'll be all right, love. We'll be all right.
The sudden influx of aggressive American crayfish sent shockwaves through our rivers and lakes. But beneath the water, the situation was on the brink of another, far more deadly disaster.
Bring out your dad. Or your dad, please.
Hitching a ride on the shells of the invasive American crayfish was a terrible, fatal disease. Crayfish plague is caused by a water mould and has a 100% mortality rate. Our native crayfish have no natural resistance and once infected, die within weeks.
It's been a good life. Goodbye, cruel world.
Outcompeted for food, physically overpowered and addled by pestilence, the situation for native crayfish is bleak. Populations have more than halved and continue to shrink, and with no realistic hope of stopping the spread of invasive signal crayfish and their deadly plague, our homegrown heroes are feeling the pinch. What do you think the future holds for you?
We're terrified. Families we've known our whole lives are shrinking. Some have vanished completely. We don't know how much longer we can go on like this.
Luckily, help is at hand.
Crikey!
Wild white-clawed crayfish, rescued from the clutches of peril, find respite at a hospitable hatchery.
A superb, sophisticated sanctuary specially built to save these shell-shocked shellfish.
I was pregnant when we arrived and I had no idea what was going to happen. I thought, oh no, is this the end? But I've been looked after really well and the 86 kids are doing fine.
Well, I don't like all my brothers and sisters, but he's all right.
What's a river?
We are so happy. And my claws have even started to grow back.
While some captive reared crayfish will return to their river homes and bolster wild populations, others will find shelter in specially made so-called ark sites, self-contained bodies of water, essentially a pond, to which invasive signal crayfish and their pesky plague have no access.
Evening.
Yep, in you go.
Party time.
Are you taking the carapace? Not with them claws, mate. Go on, sling your hook.
So what should you do if you find a crayfish out and about?
Should you squish it, in case it's invasive? Should you eat it, in case it's delicious?
No, you shouldn't do either of these things. Differentiating between the two species can be hard, even for crayfish experts. Just leave them alone.
But there are some simple, practical steps water users can take to help to stop the spread of disease.
Sammy love.
Canoeists and kayakers can wash their boats and paddles.
And anglers can keep their gear clean, making sure to thoroughly wash and dry all their kit between every fishing trip.
Never mind me.
Anything that comes into contact with the water has the potential to pick up the plague.
And whilst harmless to humans, the pathogen readily spreads from river to river, stream to pond, with devastating impacts on our native crayfish populations.
Please help us stay alive and healthy.
Keep your kit clean and respect the water. Boom!
I'm gonna rip her claws off.
You mean she'll be clawless?
I'm gonna eat them.
With those, you're gonna have to get some kind of help. Do you have chopsticks with those gloves?
Oh yeah. I've got these gloves on because I keep hurting myself. Don't last long, crayfish.
Short lifespan, especially in these kind of waters.
Riddled with plague. These waters are riddled, so I like it. You know any riddles?
What gets wetter the more it dries?
Hang on. I don't know.
The river, no, a towel. It's not funny, Reggie. It's just a riddle.
Thought it was
A
funny.
little riddle.
What?
Shut up, Reggie.
Oh, sorry, boss.